It's aimed to this thinking process that the words don't mean what they say. So when it comes to words, the words of what you feel do not exist. The words that you have felt sense about do not exist. But they're somehow ready to come out. And when you do the first 3 steps in TAE, you come to a place where you use the word, and when you ask yourself, what does that word mean? If you look at dictionary, it doesn't mean at all or a little bit. But instructing people to say it, like, what is, for instance, pause? If you look at dictionary, it has words that somehow fit and somehow don't fit. But then my teaching, I think I always have a smile when it happens. When I ask them, for instance, for me, if I say word pause, the first thing that I say is whoa, 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 whoa. And something wants to come, but it's not ready yet. When I give them examples of that kind, you can see that people get it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I still insist that they should be taught in steps first, then do crossing and theory and everything else. So this is where people discover that they have their word that was hanging there, but it wasn't able to come through public language.
I'm just taking that in because I'm thinking, how is that different from like with a felt sense, and you get a word and you know the word has so much more to it than the public understanding of it. And even if someone reflects the word back to you, hearing it back, you feel how much more it has than the word can possibly communicate.
Yes.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's true. There is endless more there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So that experience of discovering that you know something more and you cannot do it with public words. There
Mm-hmm.
are steps, exercises that I lead people. It's not just one thing happens like that. It's kind of back and forth, and it needs to build one on the next one, and next one builds on the previous one and going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a complicated process to learn. But once when you know that they exist, the steps, then you can let them go.
Yeah, it's a little bit like focusing in that way, that once you learn the focusing steps, whatever steps you learn, then you can let go of that and find your own natural way with it.
That's
But
right.
it's interesting to me what you said a little while ago about Gene. It's like this TAE, thinking at the edge, was kind of the second application of his philosophy, focusing being the first one and used more in kind of a therapeutic way.
Chronologically.
But TAE, if I got you right, it was closer to his love of thinking and philosophy.
That's right.
And it is, I think this is what you were saying, it can be a revelation to people when they're trying to say something that they're thinking, to realize that even in their thinking, there is this so much more than the words can possibly say. And then they get interested in how to say all of that somehow so other people can understand it.
That's right.
Yeah.
or misunderstand it.
Or misunderstand it, yes.